My name is James Fulford. I'm an amateur magician. I've been doing card tricks of various kinds for what now must be about 40 years. I recently turned 52. I first became interested probably when I was 12, which is now a good many years ago. And I've been practicing on and off ever since. In the past 10 years, I suppose, I've been doing it more seriously and more involved with the magic community and getting more and better books and instruction. But really, it's some of the tricks I'm doing are still the ones I could do when I was 12. I like the feeling of power because you don't actually have a lot of magical power. I cannot, for example, turn anyone into a toad. Card tricks are, in fact, the only ones that have power in the real world, because if I were a dishonest person, I could play cards for money and win at them. I'm a card magician, which means that I have to do sleight of hand, but I also have to be able to handle cards fairly well, which means being able to do stuff like this, the famous springing of the cards, dribbling the cards, and shuffling fairly neatly. When a professional gambler shuffles, he shuffles in such a way that none of the cards are controlled, unless he's a dishonest professional gambler, in which case he shuffles so that they are controlled. Well, they make assumptions because the assumptions are usually true. If you see one card face up on top of the deck, one card face down on top of the deck, then you assume that all the cards underneath are face down. They could all be face up like that. Misdirection is making people look where you want to look, so they're not looking at, say, your other hand or something else that's going on. When I deal the cards down like this, I say, if nothing magical has happened, this should be the Two of Hearts. I'm concentrating all attention on it. I then ask someone to turn it over. And while I'm asking them to turn it over, everyone in the room should be looking at that presumed Two of Hearts. While they're looking at that presumed Two of Hearts, my other hand just drops the Two of Hearts onto my leg. And that's pure misdirection. It's not a sleight of hand thing that you could actually get away with if people were watching. They could actually see you drop it. It's invisible because no one is looking at it. Now let's get to some tricks. I have a number of tricks I do. One of them, to demonstrate the power of assumptions and the power of misdirection as well, is called Brain Buster. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to think of a card, but this is slightly complicated. I have a bunch of cards here, and I want you to imagine that they're numbered. This would be card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, card number 5, and so on. I want you to think of one of these cards. It could be any card from either end of the group to the other end. But while you're thinking of it, I want you to remember what number it's at. So if you think of this card, remember its name, whether it's a king or a queen, club heart, and remember its numbers. For example, this is card number 3 and so on. So if you've got a card and a number in your mind.
Yes.
So you've got the card and its number from the top of the thing there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to not read your mind because I'm not a mentalist. There are people who do mind reading, but I'm not one of them. I just do card tricks. So here's how I'm going to find out the number of the card, the number from the top. I'm going to say, Jessica, what was the number of your card? What number from the top?
What number?
Yes.
6.
So it was the 6th card. Now, I haven't done anything. In fact, I'm under the watchful eye of the camera here, but I'm going to deal down and we're going to see if anything magical has happened, not through mind reading, but just through magic. There is the 6th card. Mm-hmm. Now, if nothing magical has happened, that should be your card. What was your card?
The 6 of diamonds.
It was?
Yes.
Pick it up.
Show it?
Yes. Now, here's the thing about the 6 of diamonds. What I usually do with the 6 of diamonds is I usually take the 6 of diamonds out and I put it in my pocket. There's a number of different ways of doing this. And if we look in the center of the deck, the 2 black aces are in the center of the deck. Now, the fellow who showed me this, he had one version, he said, which was only good. You remember it's now the red ace on the top. It was only good for someone who was sitting on a small cushion 3 feet away to your left. But it actually works, because there's the ace of clubs, there's the ace of spades, and there's the red aces in the center, and there the jam and the jam sandwich. Okay, I'm now going to reveal a magic secret. This is called a pass. There's several kinds of pass. This one is called an invisible turnover pass. If I split the deck like so, Jessica can't see it because it's behind my hand. And this takes years of practice. I mean, I first read the explanation back in the Nixon administration. But if I say the black ace of spades is on the bottom, what she's looking at looks like the regular deck. What it looks like to you is something different. If I turn it over like this very gently, this looks like I'm showing the original cards that are in the center, but actually, of course, it's the jam and the jam sandwich. You see this, Jessica? Mm-hmm. That is actually going on, and you were right there and you couldn't see it. The camera can see it because it's on a different angle. There are other tricks like that, which work on the same sort of half principle. For example, I want you to concentrate on the ace of hearts. Even though I shuffle the cards, the ace of hearts is somewhere in the center of the deck. I'll shuffle them again. The ace of hearts is still somewhere in the center of the deck. Now, what I want you to do is, I may know where the ace of hearts is. It could be here or here, but you don't. Except, of course, if you have psychic powers. Do you have psychic powers?
No.
Okay. I'd like you to just say stop wherever you want.
Stop.
Right there. Now, you could have said stop here, right? Could have said stop at this card. You could have said, just let me move this card where you actually did say stop. Could have said stop at any of these cards. Was it the ace of hearts you were trying psychically to? Yes, it was.
Now, how is that done?
Well, we may have to wait until, I mean, everyone who's watching this on video knows how it was done. Did you see how it was done? I'm going to deal the cards slowly like so. I deal them one at a time, and as I'm doing this, the ace of hearts is actually here. That's the first time Jessica has seen that, and she's now feeling, how come I didn't see that? Now, wherever she says stop, I just open this hand and I look at this top card. I say, you could have said stop here.
That's misdirection.
Yeah, because I don't want you looking at this hand which is dropping the card. Even if you're staring right at it, you might not see it because it's like this. And it's an untidy pile. It's the thing about the half world. Magicians, we live in a world where nothing is magical. Nothing at all is magical because we know the secret. You can only work with 4 aces that are actually in the deck because they have to be in 4 different suits. If you had 4 aces of clubs, that would be bad. I have the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. I also have the 6 of clubs, the 6 of hearts, the 6 of diamonds, and the 6 of spades, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 sixes. So if I were to do this like a poker hand, if I were to put the aces over here, and it's like a stud poker hand or one of those, if I were to take the black 6 and toss it over on top of the aces, something strange might happen. It might be that the 6s follow through invisible space. But that's a simple trick. Anyone can do that trick. If I take 4 more cards, just kind of random, and I toss the ace on them, and the aces fall through invisible space, that's a different kind of trick. That's a little harder. But I sort of understand how it works because I'm the magician. This is the part that I've never understood. Where these guys come from, that just confuses me. Once again, my name is James Fulford, and thanks for watching.